Be honest, how many strokes do you throw away in a normal round of golf? If you're sick of walking away with a bloated scorecard, stick around. Because today, I'm going to show the exact routine that guarantees lower scores. It will slash up to 10 strokes off your game and finally put an end to the dreaded 3-putts. By the way, it's Doug with Golf Reboot, and if this is your first video with us, you're probably wondering, what the heck am I listening to this guy for? We've all thought it, and I get it. Well, I'm working to become a scratch golfer after 14 years away from the game. And here's the thing, I was a high school golfer and captain of the golf team my senior year, and I'm sharing my journey back into golf and what I've learned with you. Let's dig into it. Every 3-putt is like throwing a stroke or two just into the trash. It's completely wasting strokes. Most golfers lose more strokes on the green than anywhere else. It's not your driver, it's not your irons, it's not even your wedges, it's your putter and you. What if I told you there's a very simple system and it will make you make more putts? It's too good to be true, right? I thought so at first until I tried it. Now, before we get into it, if you find tips like these interesting, you don't need to remember them all. You can save the video, but you can also go to the link in the description below and go to our website to follow us for tips and tricks that get emailed out regularly. Tips just like these will get sent to you so that you can save them and have them anytime you need them. We're building that out now, and it'll help to give even more information out to new golfers and those trying to get better as time goes on. We're looking to send it out weekly and to really help you with your game. Now let's get back to it. So first, let's talk about the reality of saving strokes on the green. We're gonna math nerd for a little bit, so stick with me as we go through this. Let's use 100 as an example for a number you're trying to break out on the golf course. And we're gonna take a par 72 golf course to do that. So 72, you're trying to break 100. Now, realistically, you're probably gonna have 4 par 5s, 4 par 3s, and that's gonna leave you with 10 par 4s. So if we take out the par 3s, because you shouldn't be touching your driver on that, that's going to leave you with 14 holes, the par 4s and par 5s that you're most likely going to be looking at your driver on. That leaves us with 86 more shots to break 100 over the 18 holes. Now, if we assume 18 iron shots and 18 chip shots for all of the holes on the course over the 18 holes, knowing that on the par 5s you might have an extra in here and there, you might have less on some of the par 4s, but we'll figure 36 more shots. That brings us to a total of 50, which means to break 100 you need to have less than 50 putts on the green. Seems doable to me. Divide that 50 by 18 holes and that is 2.8 putts per green. That means you are almost 3-putting every single hole. Now we're going to math again for a second. We're going to do the division. That means you are going to 2-putt only 4 of the holes on this course, which means the other 14 are 3-putts. That's what we're trying to kill today. So if you stop 3-putting, you're going to save 14 strokes right there. Now, I'm not saying you can do this every time. Everybody hits a 3-putt here and there, but let's try to get them down as low as we can and see how many strokes we can save. Now let's dig into the exact method that took my putting to a new level. This is something that I saw Bryson talking about in one of his videos and other people explain in some of theirs to go deeper into it and explain what it really is. For this video, I'm going to call it putter gapping. Now, we club gap all of our clubs. We know the different distances we hit. We know with our wedges, we can take a half shot, 3/4 shot, full shot, and know the different places they're going. Why can't we putter gap? We can. We 100% can. So let's talk it through first, and then I'm going to do a demonstration over on the side on my little putting mat. Now granted, my putting mat in my garage is not perfectly flat, but we'll do what we can. The best part about this is you can do this anywhere you have a carpet and a flat floor. You don't need to be on a green. It's all about figuring out the distances. All you need is a yardstick or a ruler, preferably a yardstick though, so you get a little bit more length out of it, a few pieces of paper, or you can use a golf hole simulator, anything like that, something to signify the hole, your putter, and some golf balls. That's it. First, we'll work with the 5-foot putts because those are the ones that need to go in the hole. If you're missing 5-foot putts, you need to work on your putting. Something's up with it. Set your ball down, put the piece of paper 5 feet away, draw a 4-inch circle on it to signify the hole. Next, you're going to take the yardstick and set up the 0 right where your ball is sitting. Take your putter back 3 inches, swing it, and follow through 3 inches. That'll get you started. See where the ball goes. Now you can adjust your distances. If it didn't go far enough, come back to 3.5. If it went too far, go to 2.5. For me, a 2.5-inch backswing and follow through is about 5 feet almost every time on a flat surface. Once you lock in that distance, with the 5-foot putts, hit a bunch of them, get the feel for it, get used to it. That'll get you trained to your 5-foot distances when you're doing this. That's now going to be our 5-foot stock distance for our backswing and follow through. Then do the same thing for your 10s, 15s, 20, 25, however far you want to go. I've done it up to about 60 feet because I could. Obviously, the further you go from the hole, get better at chipping, the harder it's going to be because you have to take the green more into effect. And the slope of the green is really going to affect you more. Our goal right now is distance control. Let's lock in our distances. Now, I grew up in high school as a lag putter. So what lag putting is, you're trying to get close to the pin, not necessarily put it in every time. And that saved me a lot when I was in high school, and I still use it now. My goal was always, if I was further than 5 to 10 feet, to get within 3 feet of the pin from wherever I was, because I knew I could make that 3-foot putt. And that would put me in the hole within 2 putts. I never wanted to 3-putt. I hated 3-putting. It ruins your score. So now, once we get through all of our distances, and you can build on this over time, you could do 5 and 10 foot today, and then 15 and 20 next week, and just build from there. You're going to get the feel and have the muscle memory for it after a while, but how does this translate onto the course? It's very simple. What I do every time I go to the course, I get up on their practice screen, I set up a tee where I want the ball, then I put one at 5, 10, and 15 feet. Once I have that set, I take a couple balls, usually 3 or 4, and I aim for the 5-foot tee. I hit my stock 5-foot putt. Now, I gauge where the balls went. If they went too short, that means the green is slow. That means I need to put a little bit more on it. I might go to 3 inches backwards and forwards. If I went too far, that means the greens are faster. And remember, this is in a flat area. If they're faster, then I dial it down a little bit. I might cut half an inch off each way, and I really gauge it in. Once I'm comfortable with the 5s, I move on to the 10s and the 15s, just to make sure that I'm getting the right feel. And remember, you're adjusting the distance you're swinging the putter, not the speed you're swinging it at. That's very important, because if you start swinging at different speeds, you're going to be all over the place. This doesn't work. You need to keep the speed the same and adjust your distances. If you can do that, you'll be golden. I spend a ton of time at the 5-foot one because those are the most important putts to me. 10 foot and out, I'm really just trying to get close to the pin so that I can put it in with the next one, which will be under 5 feet. I usually plan for 15 to 20 minutes on the green when I'm putting, as long as I'm doing okay, sometimes a little bit more, because to me, that's the most important part. Other than warming up, that's the most important part to saving strokes when you're actually out there playing on the course. Obviously, you won't have a yardstick with you out on the course, probably. I guess you could, but even if you have an alignment stick, you could make marks on that for the different distances, or even do what I do and know your putter, know the putter head, and know what certain distances are on it, and then you can gauge it a little bit better. Otherwise, the more you do it, you're going to start to get the feel for it and know what the distances are, and you can gauge off of that. Over time, you'll just get an eye for it. Speaking of eyes, we're going to do one more thing. This is something I saw in a video. I don't remember who posted it, but it really showed me that your eyes are important. So I'm a righty, I swing righty. I assumed that meant if I had a dominant eye, it would be my right eye. I was wrong about that, and here's how you can test that. Find something that's out past you. So if I use you as an example, make a triangle with your fingers, look through it, and center whatever you're looking at in the triangle. Now close your right eye and see if it's still in the center. Now close your left eye, see if it's still in the center. Now with me, when I close my right eye, which means my left eye is open, I still see it in the center. If I close my left eye, my hands are blocking it. That means I'm left eye dominant. So when I set up over the putter, my left eye is on the ball. I am looking with my left eye to see that club hit the ball and push it in a straight line. That's just an interesting thing that I found. I used to look with my right, thinking I'm a righty, that must be it, and I've noticed a difference since I switched that. All right, so now we're going to go into how it works for me, and I'll show a demonstration of it. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna set up about 5 feet away. This line right here is 5 feet, and I'm gonna use my stock putter swing, which is about 2.5 inches back, 2.5 forward. I'm gonna set up, left eye over the ball, go back 2 inches and through, and right there, you can see all those are going right to the hill, and that's what we're looking for. Like I said, the garage is a slope. I just tried to move things around a little bit to make it better, but it's not really helping, but that's the concept. Look, now most golfers could drop their handicap by double digits if they just stopped 3-putting. This is what I've worked on, and I think it can help you too. There's a lot of parts of the game, but putting is so important. We've gone through all of it now, but save this video. That way you can look back on it over time. And I guarantee if you give it a shot, you are going to start loving putting as much as I do, and it's going to change your game. So before the next time you go out, take an hour or so and just try this in your living room and see if you can get the feel for it and take this concept with you. And then when you go out to the course, get on the practice green for a little bit and actually have a reason to be out there. Don't just putt at the pins that they put. Find a flat spot and do it. Get a feel for their greens and how you need to putt the ball, and get ready to watch 3 putts go away. After you master this, we'll start working on different ways of getting the ball to go in a straight line and reading greens, which can be very difficult, but there are ways to do it. I use the dot method for my line, which I recently changed, and it does seem to work. And I also have a very straight putter swing as opposed to an arced one. Some people arc and some people go straight back and through, and I've found that being over top of the ball really helps me as well. We'll talk about that more in another video. It really helps me to keep the club face square when I'm coming through the ball, and we're definitely going to talk more about that down the road. So keep an eye out for future videos on putting where we talk about that. Thanks for watching. If you have any ideas for videos that I should do in the future, comment down below, and I will do my best to get as many of them out there as I can. If you'd like to join our online newsletter, click the link in the description and sign up on our website. That way you can get tips and tricks emailed to you weekly to go along with what we're learning in these videos. And if you like this tip, make sure you like and subscribe. That way you know when future videos are coming out, and you can help to support us as we grow this channel. Our goal is really to document my journey as I work towards scratch, but to help you at the same time with things that I've spent a lot of time working on and trying to figure out. There's going to be a video popping up on the side over here. Give that a watch too. There's more tips that are with it, and feel free to just look at our channel, see what else is out there that you like. Have a good one. See you next time.